This watercolor is going to be a little bit more challenging. It's going to be intermediate, and what's going to happen is I'm going to do the background, the midground, which is going to be kind of in the foreground, and then the last part, or the details, or the foreground, are going to be the trees right here. Let me show you a picture of it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin with the sky, which is cloudy, and then we're going to do the grass up here, and then we're going to do the trees at the end. So here's the steps: background, midground, foreground, and the details at the end. But because this picture has the grass in the front, we're going to do the background and the midground, and this one's going to be the tree or the grass in the front. Then the trees are going to be your foreground or your final details at the end. So it's going to go 1, 2, and then 3 this way. Let's take the paper down and we'll begin. Now we're ready to begin. I'm going to do the sky up here. I'm going to put clouds in it. I'm going to use blue and get the paper wet and make that right now. So you can see what I did here. I put the water down and I put spots of blue on it and they bled around. I even took a paper towel or Kleenex and just kind of dabbed up some spots to get some more clouds in it. I'm going to let this dry. Along with the background, what I'm going to also draw in is the mountains in the back here, and then down here I'm going to put in the trees that are over here, draw the hill that the trees are on. I'll draw that in now. So now I'm ready to paint this part of the background where it's going to be this mountain with a little bit of sun on it, coming over to trees over here, and we'll get this layer done in next. You can see what I did. I used green and I mixed a little red with it. So I used kind of a brown, a green, and red, and the red kind of tones down your green and gives it a more believable look. Now I'm going to start putting in the details in the foreground over these mountains here, because you'll be able to see these trees. I'm going to use red, or green and red for that area. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work this grass up in this area here. And finally, what I'm going to do is put the trees in right around here. And these are going to be in detail. I'm going to put the tree trunks in first, and then I put the leaves or the pine branches on after that. So I worked the background, which is this area of the sky, and this area here, and then the midground or the foreground. And then I'm going to do this area right here, which is going to be detail. So here's the final painting. I began with the background, or the sky, did that first, and then I did the mountains and this range right through here in the background. Then I did the midground, which is the foreground right here, and got that done. Then I did the trees right here, which are in detail, and I put those in last. So you can see that I worked from the background, midground, foreground, details last. So this helps you to figure out how to set up your landscape painting that's a little bit more challenging than the first one.